Hi, it's Jane Fendelman, Sunday Preach from the Mountaintop. I think that today is Sunday, March 10th, 2015. I was talking to a young friend of mine recently who had her heart broken, and she was talking about guys being liars. And girls do this too. I mean, this is not specifically to men that people lie sometimes, but she was talking about how she doesn't want to believe the compliments anymore. Like, she feels like this guy told her how great and wonderful and beautiful she was just to get in her pants. So people being complimentary and puffing you up, puffing up your ego, it's not just men that do that. So, okay. There's a couple of spiritual laws. One is, when I become that which I am seeking, all I need to do is create a space, and he or she will come into that space. When I become that which I am seeking. That means be the beloved. Oh, there's a tiny moth right now that's in love with the light on the camera. That's one spiritual law. When I become that which I am seeking. And here's what that means, which leads us to the second spiritual law. No one will treat you better than you're willing to treat yourself. So here's the deal. Once you're in love with yourself, and you know I don't mean in an egotistical way, it means once you're self-accepting, then not only do you no longer need compliments from a man or a woman to believe that you're beautiful and wonderful and worthy and perfect just the way you are, but then it can come to you. You will attract the very thing that you are, which is self-loving. You'll attract somebody who loves you the way that you love you, which is unconditionally accepting and loving. And, it's fine for you to want to be a better person and to do better and to tell yourself that you need to do better, but you don't have to beat yourself up to do that. So, my good and great and phenomenal teacher, George Adair, the founder of the Omega Vector Workshop, I remember one day, this is back when he was training me to be a facilitator at Omega, and I remember telling him, we had just finished a workshop where he had me leading a number of the exercises. He was having me, I was beginning to co-facilitate there, and we were having a talk about it, kind of like a debriefing, and I told him that it was uncomfortable to me that the students were coming up to me on the breaks or after the training was over, and they were complimenting me. I told him that was uncomfortable. And he said a couple of things to me I'll never forget. One of the things he said was, you don't have to believe or not believe the compliments. That's your ego. A person's ego makes them think that they are not worthy, greater than or less than other people. That's your ego that has that story. Yes, I'm less than other people. I'm worthless. I'm better than other people. I'm above them. That's the ego that's trying to make that decision. Should I receive this compliment or not? That's the ego. So he said that. And then the other thing he said, which was huge, blew me away. He said, just be aware that those at your feet one day will be those at your throat the next. So if someone's got you up on a pedestal, just remember that's a long way to fall down from. So when you meet a guy And he's like, oh my God, you're the woman of my dreams. You're the greatest, wonderful, most wonderful, blah, blah. It doesn't matter whether it's a job or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. If, if someone's got you way up high on that pedestal, that is one side of the pendulum. The pendulum swings, and the farther someone gets you to one side of the pendulum, that you're the greatest thing in the world, the more in danger you are of having that pendulum swing to the other side, which is, I hate you, I hate your guts. So you have to look in the mirror and believe that you're wonderful and beautiful and worthy. So you don't have to decide if some guy is just blowing smoke up your skirt and giving you compliments to get in your pants. You won't have to worry about that ever again if you recognize your self-worth.